Hi, my name is Sunil Fernandez and I'm the managing editor for goodreturns.in. I'm here to do a quick roundup of the stock markets and what happened in the stock markets today. The markets began on a very buoyant note, and in fact the Nifty jumped as much as 120, 130 points in intraday trade. But in the last 1 hour of trade, it gave up all those gains and almost ended the day flat. While it did not end negative, it gave up most of the gains that it had made in intraday trading. And this has been the feature of the trade for the last few days. The markets begin on a buoyant note and tend to give up gains, and in some cases, some days we have seen they fall drastically down. But today it did not fall and ended the day marginally higher. We had the Nifty ending the day about 18 points higher at 11,269 points. We had the Sensex ending about 61 points higher at 38,470 points. Let's tell you the stocks that gained in trade today. Yes Bank jumped almost 25%. We had Eicher Motors up about 3%. Kotak Mahindra Bank, HCL Tech, Britannia Industries were all among the top gainers from the Nifty pack. Let's tell you some of the stocks that declined in trade today. We had Z Entertainment down about 5.4%, Hindalco, Bharti Airtel, Reliance, Tech Mahindra. These were some of the stocks that ended the day lower in trade today. But the real story today was the stock of Yes Bank. The shares ended a staggering 25% higher in trade. In fact, in early morning trade, it hit a 52-week low, but it jumped and ended the day at 25.60 points higher. There's been news reports from Bloomberg saying that the government has approved SBI to pick a stake in Yes Bank. Now, we don't know how far these the reports are true. SBI, the stock exchange BSE, wrote to SBI seeking a clarification on the news report. SBI said that as per it needs time to file a reply. On the other hand, BSE also wrote to Yes Bank on a clarification, and Yes Bank was very clear in saying that neither of the regulatory bodies has contacted Yes Bank, or neither has SBI. It heard from SBI. So really, Yes Bank in a notification has stayed away from this news and would not like to speculate on this news. SBI has sought more time for a clarification on the news that appeared in Bloomberg. But the real story is Yes Bank needs to be taken over. Its non-performing assets are soaring, and it's only a matter of time. If it's not taken over, or if it does not get fresh capital infusion, the bank could probably collapse. The government cannot afford to allow such a large private sector, in fact the fourth largest private sector bank, to collapse. So really there has to be some either fresh capital infusion, or a takeover by another bank. Now, a merger is going to be difficult because the government will need to amend the SBI Act. So to that extent, it's a little tricky. We don't know whether there will be just capital being taken over by a few consortium of banks in Yes Bank. The contours of the deal are not clear. There is no clarification as yet from SBI, but the stock was on fire and ended 25% higher in trade, and today was really the day for Yes Bank, and it really jumped, doing exceedingly well. If for some reason this is pure speculation, the stock is going to come crashing down once again. So retail investors really need to be careful before buying into a stock based on reports, because this is not really a notification given to the stock exchange about a takeover, so you really cannot be sure on the piece of news. So really it was all about Yes Bank today. Coming to the global markets, we had the Dow rally sharply yesterday by over 4%, and today again the Dow futures are pointing to about a cut of about near 2%. So that in fact is dragging even the European markets lower. The German DAX, the UK's FTSE, all are trading lower. Now, coming to the global markets, it really depends on the news flow coming in for coronavirus, from the coronavirus and the infections. If the infections tend to ebb or reduce, you might see the global markets rallying. but for the time being, the news just does not seem to stop. There are new infections coming in from Thailand. There were reports of new infections. There are from fresh infections in India. It's said there are now reports that Indian girl has been infected in Dubai. So news keeps coming in. There's also a death that has happened in the US on account of the coronavirus. So as things keep getting worse, we will have the stock markets tank. It's going to be really volatile. So unless these infections stop, you really going to see markets tending to be more and more volatile. In fact, now from peak levels, the index has lost almost close to 9 to 10% from peak levels. So really, it's going to be volatile times. Tomorrow is the last day of trading for the week. It's going to be a day when really nobody would want to take long positions, because you don't know what may happen on Saturday and Sunday. So really, it's going to be tricky if you want to take a long position. We advise retail investors to just stay away for the timing and just wait for the dust to settle. That's it from me for now. Keep watching our videos. We'll have another video tomorrow doing a quick market roundup. Until then, bye for now.